29. How to Pray. Part 1. Teach us to pray. February the 21st, 1956. Good morning, friends. One of the most important things the disciples ever asked of Jesus Christ was their humble petition, Lord, teach us to pray. Prayer has sometimes been defined as talking with God, a definition which will suffice as a starting point. Before we talk with God, we must believe that He is God. For he that cometh to God must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. Hebrews 11:6. This is important because we talk to people in terms of what they are. We speak one way with a child, another with a friend, another with a stranger, and still another to a great dignitary. A teacher talks to his pupils as one who is over them and in charge of them. A parent speaks to children as one who loves and governs them. When we speak to God, we must be mindful of our double relationship to Him. As creatures, we are as dust before Him. His power, majesty, and sovereignty is total and absolutely determinative and beyond our fathoming. We stand in awe of the triune God in whose hand is the breath of every living thing, who raiseth up one and setteth down another, and whose ways are not our ways, nor His thoughts our thoughts. And yet, as adopted sons of God, in Christ we have the relationship of a father to his children. God the Father invites His children in Christ to come to Him and to make all our wants and wishes known. Thus, our relationship to God in prayer has this dual aspect. We speak as creatures to the Almighty Creator and as children to the loving Father. Before we can learn to speak to our parent, as babies we learned simple words and sentences and said those first of all. We have never had to unlearn those words. We still use them daily. They are basic to all of life. In the same manner, the best way to learn to pray is to say simple sentence prayers to God. This kind of praying does not diminish in its importance. It is as important to a mature Christian as it is to a new believer. What do we do in sentence prayers? Throughout the day, as the need arises, we lift up our hearts and sometimes our voices to the Lord with a simple and direct petition. These simple prayers ask for help for the need at hand. We may say, Lord, give me patience as I deal with this person. Lord, give me strength to do the day's work and to do it joyfully. Lord, take away my pessimism and give me confidence and hope. Lord, take care of my loved ones in this matter. I thank Thee, Lord, for this that has come to me. Sentence prayers are thus direct and simple requests and remarks to God. When our days are filled with sentence prayers, so that morning, noon, and night, all our moment-by-moment needs and problems are thus discussed with God, things begin to happen to us. God hears and answers our prayers. And because our minds are increasingly opened to Him in these sentence petitions, His presence in our lives becomes increasingly manifest and active. Our longer prayers are deepened and made more realistic. Our relationship to our work, to people, and to problems has this constant source of strength, relief, and refreshing. We can, in a sentence, invoke the Father's loving help and care. Sentence prayers are basic to any healthy relationship to God in prayer. Not all our communication with other people is in the form of long and carefully worded speeches. Most of our conversation is in sentences, short and direct remarks. The more we can have this kind of easy communication, the more readily we can speak at length to them. Likewise, in speaking with God, the more we talk freely and directly to Him in sentence prayers, the easier it becomes to speak at length when our needs so require it. Open your heart to Him, therefore, at all times, in simple sentence prayers, and learn how rich life is when lived with the Lord.